Everyone, how's everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing fantastic because I'm doing a crafting video. Yes, it's been a hot minute, I know, and I'm so glad that I'm back into the groove. Okay, we gonna stop that. Okay. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am fantastic. Y'all, we're finally doing a crafting video. I know it feels like it's been a hot minute since we've done one on this channel, but we are on it. I posted on my Facebook group and in the community section on YouTube what you wanted me to film this week, and unanimously it was chosen Pull from the Jar series. I was so excited because it's been so long since we've done one of those. So, and then as I was falling asleep last night, I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if I went ahead and pulled like 3 pieces of the paper, because it's been a while since we've done the challenge, right? Pull from the jar challenge. It's supposed to have been a weekly thing. So I'm like, what if I pulled 3? And then what if all 3 were cohesive enough for us to do an art journal page, right? So I was like, that would be fantastic. So I went ahead, pulled 3 pieces of paper, and the whole time I was crossing my fingers, I was crossing my toes, I was crossing everything. Please let all 3 of these pieces of paper be so cohesive and be harmonious that we can make an art journal page. And y'all, it worked. I was like, yes! So I am so excited about this page, y'all. It just seemed like it was destiny for this page to be done today, right? So we're going to need Distress Oxide ink, which, you know, y'all, I don't use that much of. I prefer the Distress ink. I like the more vibrancy of it because it seems to me the Oxide is a little duller. But I wanted to use it because I have some and I don't use them that often. That was the point of this Pull from the Jar challenge, right? Is to use things that we usually don't use all the time. We have them in our craft room. Well, let's use them. So also alcohol inks and Yupo paper, because you know you kind of need Yupo paper to go with the alcohol inks. So with those things and a little bit of other inks, we're going to make a stunning art journal page. I am in love with it. I'm obsessed with it. I really loved making this page, y'all. I cannot tell you how much I really love doing it. So I hope y'all are going to enjoy it. If you do, please, I'm begging you, please hit the subscribe button and please hit the like button. Share it if you feel the need to, but let your friends and family know so that my channel can grow. YouTube is not recommending me, so if y'all could please do those things, it would help me so much and I would so much be appreciative. I'm already grateful for y'all. You just have no idea. All right, y'all, so let's get busy, shall we? Let's get to creating. I'm so ready. Let's do it. I want to start off by saying that I apologize, but my filming got corrupted again. I believe Mercury is in retrograde. I don't know what's happened, but I had done the background. I'd already also done the alcohol inks on the Yupo paper to make the flowers that you're going to be seeing later on in the video. I apologize profusely, but I do have a video on me doing Yupo paper and alcohol inks, and I will link that down below if you're interested in how you go about doing it. You just really just play with the alcohol and the alcohol inks, and either you can use rubbing alcohol or a blending solution. And you just play. You just keep squirting, blending until you get what you want. So, and I used reds and blues, plum, and yellows and white. So in my paper for the flowers. On this paper, I used Distress Oxide inks, as you see them all around there. On the sky, I used the normal Mermaid Lagoon, I think it was, and Sapphire, just some of the blues there. And then for the green, I don't have green, so I had to make green with the yellows and the blues. And there you see my Yupo paper with my alcohol inks that I had done on there. So I'm using punches to punch out the flowers. And I will end up using hot glue to glue them together. I tried art glitter glue, and it just was not strong enough to work with the alcohol ink and the Yupo paper, because you know the Yupo paper is very slick. But the hot glue gun worked beautifully for it. And what I will do is I'll take my bone folder and kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Scraping it to, not scraping it, that's the wrong word. Hopefully you'll see it in the video what I do. But right now I'm taking black marker and just going around the edges so you don't see the white, and the black on it just is a nice contrast with the flowers. It's just a nice contrast. Now what I'm doing is I'm using a Sharpie to kind of just doodle on the flowers, and it was a little difficult to do because of the alcohol ink on it. I don't know if it wasn't quite completely dried like it needed it to be, but in the end it ended up working. I also will use a white Posca pen to doodle on them as well, just to have a couple of, contrasting on the flowers. So I really loved the way the flowers came out. I am so bummed that I lost the footage of me creating the Yupo paper. It's just, I don't know. And now I'm just all flustered. But we'll carry on anyway. With the background, I also spritzed it with a little bit of water, and then I took a stamp, a peg stamp, and stamped little flowers all on the bottom as well, and then I splattered it with the white bleed proof ink by Dr. Martin. So that is how I got the background to work. And now I'm just showing me putting the flowers together. Here I'm showing the bone folder what I was trying to say, and of course I'm off camera. But I just took it and kind of bent the flower petals away from me so that they would curl up to create the flower. And of course I've shown that in my flower making things before. So now they're ready. They're my focal point, and I'm going to end up putting in the middle of them from this Katia, Studio Katia, these beautiful gems. I love these gems. They are so, so pretty. I put those in the middle just to give it a little bling, because you got to have a little bling in life. So I put those in all 3 flowers. And then again, I use hot glue gun this whole page, which is I don't think I've ever done that before, but I needed to do that with this paper because of how the paper is. And then I did take my green colors and blues and yellows and created this green Yupo paper for the leaves and the stems. And I will be using foam, 3D foam, to put some of the leaves on just to give it a little extra dimension. Like on this one right here, I'll use a 3D foam on it to set it up above that bottom leaf there. You can see me doing that. And I just love this art journal page. I love how this came out. And then I'm going to take my Fiskars and just do really, thin slivers, probably 1/4 of an inch slivers for the stems. And again, we'll use hot glue to glue those down. So I just loved working with these mediums today. It made me so happy to work with them. It has been a really long time since I've worked with alcohol ink on Yupo paper. And I've never really used Distress Oxide as far as making a background with it. I usually use just the Distress inks. So this was really cool. I still think I prefer the distressed inks though, because I think they're more vibrant than the oxides, which is what it's supposed to be. The distressed inks are more transparent like watercolors, and the oxides are more muted, kind of like acrylic. So there is a difference in them. Now here I'm taking my Stabilo All pen, and I'm just going around the stems and the leaves, and then I'll take water, of course a paintbrush with water on it to activate it, to put the shadows in, just to set those leaves and the stems into the page. And on the leaves, as you see, I used my Sharpie marker and created veins on the leaves, just to add a little bit extra on it. And you'll see there the little flowers that I was talking about that I used the little stamps on to create little flowers in the back. Now I'm taking my smallest punch again, and I punched out the flowers, just little flowers, and I'm going to glue those onto the page. And again, using the gems that I used before, I will put those in the middle after I take my Posca pen and kind of doodle on these flowers to make them, stand out a little bit more and to go with the bigger flowers. I will also take a marker, and I almost did not do it. I was really contemplating about putting stems, and then I was like, no, let's just do it. And so I did it, and I'm so glad I did, because I really, really love the way that this ends up looking. I think it ends up looking really, really cute. I think it ties everything in together, to just have these little scribbled stems and scribbled leaves on the page. And I'll also use the Posca paint pen to go kind of around these two to kind of tie in the scribbles on the flower. So I think it just ended up looking really, really cute. Again, I really love this page. I think this is one of my favorite pages I've done in a really, really long time. I really, really had a lot of fun making this one. My creative juices was just flowing with this. And there you see me just barely going over the sketches that I did before, because I wanted it kind of broken up. I didn't want it to be too solid, the white. And now I'm placing where the lettering is going to go. That was another thing that got corrupted out of the filming, was me pulling the 3 pieces of paper. I could not believe that they worked as well as they did. The first one was to use alcohol ink. The second one was to practice hand lettering. And then the third one was use Distress Oxide inks in a background. I could not believe it. It just worked out so perfectly. So here I'm practicing my hand lettering, which still needs lots of practice. But I love the saying I came up with: no matter what, keep blooming. Especially in what's happening in the world now, is just like, let's just keep moving forward. You got to keep positive and just keep moving. I will also go around that with my white gel pen, and I will end up making a boo-boo. Let me tell you what happened. I'm going to use Distress Oxide and black soot, and I'm going to go around the edges. And then what I did is I kind of went a little bit too much in the corners, and I really didn't like it. So I'm going to spritz it with water, hoping that it will kind of, do its thing and kind of make it not be so in your face. That kind of worked, but what happened was it got on some of the lettering, and it kind of made it bleed a little bit. So I had to fix it. But in the end, I'm okay with it, because it's my art journal page. It's not going into an art museum, and the sentiment is still there. And, I don't know. It just seems apropos, right? Like, So anyway, so this is my page. I love it. I hope y'all love it. I hope that you enjoyed the series. And thank you so much for everyone who voted for what we were doing today. I appreciate it so much. It was so much fun to get y'all's opinions and your thoughts. So, all right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.